Adrian was aware of this. Adrian would soon depart. Adrian this, Adrian that. It's been a week since we learned of Adrian's impending departure. Until we receive more details about his destination, the new regulations, or whether Adrian was indeed the Red Bull employee exchanging inappropriate messages, there's little more to discuss. Let's shift our focus to a pressing matter. The past F1 weekend in Miami coincided with a significant development in the US Congress. They've thrown their weight behind Andretti, warning F1 and Liberty Media of repercussions if they fail to adhere to fair practices. Surprisingly, instead of rushing into legal action, Michael Andretti has taken a more unconventional approach by involving American lawmakers. This strategic move aligns perfectly with the race weekend, providing a potent platform for his cause. Congress supporting Andretti could profoundly impact Formula One's future, potentially derailing Liberty's plans if they aren't cautious. So let's provide some background. A few months back, on January 31st, FOM and Liberty Media issued a statement rejecting Andretti Motorsports' bid to join F1, despite FIA support and a strong presentation of their intentions and future plans. According to their assessment, adding an 11th team wouldn't significantly enhance the championship unless it could compete effectively. They doubted Andretti Motorsports' ability to be competitive. Additionally, they overlooked the prestige of the Andretti name. Despite its association with an F1 World Champion, multiple IndyCar championships, and a highly successful motorsports franchise spanning decades and disciplines. Formula One management and Liberty Media argued that F1 wouldn't gain much from their inclusion and that the primary benefits would be for Andretti Motorsports themselves. Following the rejection, many, including myself, anticipated Andretti's potential legal action. However, in a surprising turn, they've taken a step beyond that. An open letter from several members of the US Congress has been issued directly addressed to Greg Maffei of Liberty Media. This letter carries significant weight. The Congress members' approach revolves around American antitrust laws, which focus on preventing the restriction of competition. The letter is divided into two parts. One outlining Congress's grievances with Liberty and FOM, and the other requesting responses to three key questions aimed at clarifying the situation. The objective seems clear: to pressure Liberty into admitting that their grounds for rejecting Andretti were unfounded. In the initial section of the open letter, Congress voices concerns regarding perceived anti-competitive behavior that could hinder two American companies, Andretti Global and General Motors, from entering and competing in Formula One. This obstruction appears to stem from the dominance of European F1 teams, many of which are linked to foreign automakers in direct competition with American automotive companies like GM. Congress deems it unjust and inappropriate to impede American companies from participating in F1, which could potentially violate American antitrust laws. Additionally, the members of Congress subtly hint at the jeopardy of F1's continued presence in America, a crucial aspect of Liberty Media's Formula One vision. The participation of all Formula One teams, including any American entrants, should be determined by merit rather than solely aimed at safeguarding the current lineup of teams. This is especially crucial given Formula One's expanding footprint in the United States, with events in Miami, Florida, Austin, Texas, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Congressman John James has accused Liberty of engaging in cartel-like behavior and deferring negotiations for a better deal. It's evident that Americans are displeased with Andretti's rejection. The reasons provided by Formula One for this decision fail to satisfy not just the fans, but many of us, leaving a sense of injustice. A more comprehensive approach to welcoming American teams into the sport could benefit not only Formula One, but also the American public and job market. Congress has taken a firm stance on this matter. The three questions posed, to be answered by the 3rd of May, coincide with F1's presence on American shores during an American-hosted event. These questions are poised to spark considerable public scrutiny if satisfactory responses aren't provided. Firstly, under what authority does F1 reject Andretti Global's admission? What rationale supports FOM's rejection, particularly concerning Andretti Global and its partner GM, potentially the first American-owned and built race team? Essentially, this seeks a clear explanation for Andretti's rejection, likely echoing FOM's prior statement. However, any indication of additional reasons or pressures to hinder Andretti or specifically GM's entry into F1 beyond sporting considerations could lead FOM and Liberty into legal jeopardy concerning antitrust laws. Question number 2 pertains to the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890, which prohibits unreasonable constraints on market competition to ensure the best outcomes for American consumers. How does FOM's refusal of Andretti Global and GM, American-owned companies, align with the requirements of the Sherman Act? This decision seemingly benefits incumbent European racing teams and their foreign automaker affiliates. This aspect forms a crucial part of Congress's argument against Andretti's rejection. It's not solely about Andretti as a team, but rather as a platform to showcase American businesses globally. If Liberty and FOM's decision appears to favor European automakers and suppresses competition on a global scale, Congress possesses a clear legal basis, the Sherman Act, to potentially challenge FOM and Liberty in a legal battle. Question number 3 delves into General Motors' intention to reintroduce its Cadillac brand to the European market, which could bolster thousands of American automotive jobs. Considering Formula One's global audience and its positive influence on teams and sponsors, how does GM's and Andretti's entry into racing, potentially capturing a portion of the market, and GM's expansion into Europe factor into the decision to deny Andretti Global's admission? The public opposition from existing Formula One teams against a new American competitor raises concerns. Essentially, if foreign products can be advertised on American soil, why hinder American ventures abroad? This fundamental question forms the crux of Congress's inquiry, utilizing responses from the previous 2 questions to strengthen potential future arguments. If Formula One, Liberty Media, and FOM wish to continue reaping the benefits, as they did this past weekend in Miami, Congress seeks to understand the nature of this relationship. Andretti stands as one of the most successful American motorsport organizations, so denying them entry not only denies American pride, but also denies General Motors, one of the largest American automotive manufacturers. This denial poses a greater concern to Congress beyond pride. It jeopardizes American jobs, financial stability, and global business opportunities. The letter concludes by asserting their ongoing oversight on the matter and their commitment to collaborating with federal regulators to promptly investigate and address any potential violations of U.S. antitrust laws. The Americans are showing serious resolve on this issue, almost as if they'd only push harder if oil were found under Monza. The ball is now in F1's court, but they didn't play on home turf this past weekend. It's unlikely we'll witness a change in their stance, given their notorious stubbornness. However, amidst the on-track drama experienced over the weekend, and let's not forget to congratulate Lando Norris for his first Formula One victory, brace yourselves for some major off-track fireworks too. Whether it's in interactions with American journalists or the reactions from Congress and Andretti, if they feel their demands aren't met adequately, the situation with Andretti is far from resolved. It's hard to imagine this stalemate dragging on until 2028, so the question arises: whose resolve will break first? Andretti's or the stubbornness of Liberty and FOM? Comment below.